Sorry, I'm singing Queen, so give me a second. You think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby. Sorry. Admit this to me, baby. Less than a minute left in the song, guys. Just give me a bit. Nothing really matters to me. Anyway, the wind blows. And that's it. That's the song. I'm glad everyone was here to listen to me singing it. Now I put my headphones back on the computer and hear my precious music bit written by my precious husband, and we can start talking. Hi everyone. I'm sorry. I decided to listen to some ABBA, and then my brain's like, no, you have to listen to Bohemian Rhapsody. So that happened. Takes out the lighter. Like, I've been feeling like I need to go to a karaoke, but like going outside actually is terrifying. And I apparently accidentally turned off the song there for a while, so oh boy, that probably was deafening silence that no one wanted to deal with. Anyway, so yeah, it's time, I guess, for the one and only video game that we are gonna play called Danganronpa Chapter 3 Trial. Isn't it exciting? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was so into whatever music I was listening to that I forgot to set everything up, so, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Games open. Let's change scene to no video. Oh, there we go. Also, hi Otis. Hi Dovey. I hope you guys are doing well. Can our hearts take much more death and suffering? No, our hearts cannot take any more. But we will try our best. I'm gonna close this. There we go. And now we can get rid of the intro, even though apparently the intro is really good. I say as I've seen it like 3 times already, and like it's very good. Also, I don't like that Chihiro is in this. Chihiro is right here, and we cannot save Chihiro. We cannot save Chihiro. But something happened? We need more. We need more story. We need to find out more. So let's continue playing this game. deadly life. Yep, we have to go. I'm doing fine, notwithstanding terrible shock to my music that's earlier today. For those of you hearing, Otis and I know each other in person. He used to be my coworker back at the old audiobooks place. So we are still very good friends. And earlier today, I found an Instagram reel of Utada Hikaru singing a reggaeton song. Well, I don't know if Bunny's reggaeton, more like Spanish, well, Hispanic rap. But you know. If you know, you know. So I, of course, had to torture him. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway, let's start the video game. Why not? Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by Red Door. It's all reggaeton to me, yeah. As soon as we were all there... Monokuma appears! What the fuck? It's 2 Monokuma? He's multiplied? Wrong. Nope, no multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving fast. So fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already? Boy, tough crowd. He just pulled a Naruto on us, yeah. Though, to be honest, the one jutsu that I remember from Naruto is the sexy no jutsu, which probably says a lot about me and not about Naruto. Or maybe a lot about Naruto as well. You're not playing along. Stop talking. We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine. Hey! Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train. I mean, the elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay, then shall we?
Please.
It says a lot about both. Yeah, that I watched it when I was the horny teenager, because one of those I am not anymore, and I'm not sure which one it is. Because sometimes I don't feel like an adult, so I might still be a teenager. So yeah. Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet. What the heck? You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. Hey, this isn't a place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. To be honest, I have no strong opinions about who did it. I think it was Celeste because I don't know, something about it just screams Celeste to me. But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Let's see. That's right. I have to do it. I can let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. I mean, we could let whoever killed Hifumi get away with it. We don't really care. But Taka? Our friend Taka? No way. The Super Saiyan Taka might have been a little too much. For everyone who's still alive. And for the 2 that lost their lives. Oh, thank you for the image. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed 2 of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. Let's talk to you. We don't like you, so we would like you dead. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. You didn't do it. I mean, probably did something, but you didn't do it. It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. Genocide Jill. What about you?
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Oh. Then you, which I think you did it. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. The trial will be over in no time. And now my faves. Hi, Sakura darling. I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. No, Jill wouldn't do it. Jill wouldn't do it.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hito pay for his crimes.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard. All aboard! The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. It was actually Makoto who did everything. Yep. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you! Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? Well, I'm ready to have that as ultimate reveal at the end of the game. Yeah! I really need to know what is actually happening. I'm excited! Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. I'm like extra cute. I am the cutest, the fluffiest bear that you have ever seen. So cute. Oh my god.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. But I, the streamer here, will. That's why we ended the stream yesterday where we did, and now we're watching this. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yeah, sure. Set skills. Do we have more skills? Do we have any skills? The focus gauge recovers. Ooh, yeah, well, I think those are all our skills. Yep.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders
An
took
alibi.
place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Yeah, look who's talking though.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
I am not so sure though.
Points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
This looks real bad. Yeah.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer? Or, before anything else, we have to make that clear. Make your argument. Yasuhito's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
Everything we found, the blueprints, that you are the culprit.
Ah, fuck.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Damn it.
It's not true. It's
Hiro, why?
no. Just hold on a second.
I'm just wasting time here.
Everything we found in your room.
Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. Oh, interesting. So that is what happens.
Everything we found in your room, the blueprints, the suit parts, they are all.
So I was right in the first place.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Yup.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah, it's also fair.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
What?
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell
I don't know who it was though. Of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual. The Illuminati. That's true. I had to do it. Those dudes are super scary, for serious. Maybe I should think about it again.
I got it! Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Yep.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Yep.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
I love her. I love how crazy she is. She's just great.
What reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper
I agree. You should stop trying to boss us around, but please take order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Yes. They must have been the blue tarp.
I got
Byakuya is doing work today, yeah. There's still one more thing. The blue tarp and... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. The repository dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Not really,
the
but
same tarp
yeah.
that up until then was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tar. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Mm-hmm.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yep.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Oh, Celeste.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong, and nobody expects much from you anyway.
Oh, that's rude.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
That is so rude. I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change her mind. If I can just explain why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. Sure. Would you like to hear? Yeah, absolutely. Reloading. Let's start it. We're gonna add more ingredients to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see the your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how many you locked on. However, you can reload by using the tab key. Okay. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in the with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has the function along with the RMB and the LMB. You'll automatically reload at the start of the fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. But if your action is difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun! The moment of truth.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
That's what make me feel a side hook. Yeah, no, I'm also very confused. I
If
couldn't
you're
talk
asking for
at the
proof that dolly
time.
moved, I have it right here.
I couldn't talk at all. Jesus.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Okay.
There's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that?
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yeah.
From there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Yeah, so far so good.
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over. Then you could push the dolly no problem. So the killer just...
Oh, I see.
the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that...
Yeah. I know which one it is.
As we know, and from there...
Yeah, the then loaded it onto the dolly.
Now, keep in mind that the...
Well, yeah, but all you have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get
Yeah,
into
that's
a
fair.
position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. Oh no, don't worry. I figured out as soon, like, before you said, so. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Girl.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
I love you.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Absolutely no chance because once it's on, you can take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I do know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make the stupid friggin' thing! There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy, but I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Yep.
Then
You really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
That's true.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
Correct.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Celeste, this is going too on your favor, but also not at all. How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Is it though?
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is
Welcome
uncovered
back.
by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That is too precise.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Yep. What's wrong? I saw the shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs. She saw it, so...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Hifumi screaming. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time.
This is the reason why I think this was all a setup from Celeste. I have a feeling that her writing is not that neat. Something in me says that her writing is not that neat. And I mean, if someone was behind controlling Hifumi, it could only have been Celeste. Yeah.
Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all of this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
Yeah.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Uh-huh.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Yeah. Neither to me.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Yeah, it is very convenient that Celeste found the bodies. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka? In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Hi, Sikabe! So who killed Taka and Hifumi? We're thinking Celeste, but we don't know.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Yeah?
I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I think he did.
Perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? Nope.
So, regarding Taka's...
I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, that's not it? Oh, Makoto, don't scare me like that. It makes me think something's wrong. Oh, that's not it? Oh, boy!
So, regarding... I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
That's not it either? Oh my god. This trial is getting complicated.
I wonder if, or perhaps it was... We already know Taka came last.
what makes you say
Because of the numbering...
It's true that he while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh, do I have to?
So, I wonder if you got... Or perhaps it was... We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh my god.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before perhaps it was after.
We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
This is so complicated, but I think I know what to do now.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the number.
It's true that he.
How do I get the whole...
So it's obvious Taka came
the whole
after.
other bullet again?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if or perhaps it was after.
We already know what
Okay,
Taka
I
came
think I
last.
know how to do it again.
It's true that he. While Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
So, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the number.
It's true that he. While Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
Ah, I'm getting so confused. I know it has to do with the ordering.
I wonder if he died before or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
Justice. While Taka's dead.
Oh my god.
So it's obvious Taka came.
Yeah, but there was a green bullet that I got, so I...
So, regarding, I wonder if or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that he. While Taka's dead.
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
I can't decide this.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before.
Escape. Concentration. L shift. Mouse wheel. Open handbook. Uh-huh.
Or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while
No,
Taka's
no, I
death
don't want the
came from a
solution.
swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So,
Okay.
regarding I wonder if or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god, that was difficult.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Yeah.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that Taka was killed before Hifumi. At what time he must... Oh, the clock. The watch. Oh, wristwatch, okay. Wrist... Oh. Wait, why can't I not... And now I need a C.
Now I understand.
This is too complicated for me, guys.
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, you, how long were you gonna keep us waiting? It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that. Bedtime for the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
This is like Ace Attorney with additional steps. Yeah, I like Ace Attorney. I like 999. This is a little too much.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
I might actually end up not playing the rest, even though I own them. I don't know. We'll see how this game ends and we'll figure it out.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
The sequels have much more complicated mechanics and then this one. No!
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yep.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
Yeah? Tell us more.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Are we though?
I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
Where would they have gotten that?
Where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Yeah, but I'm still
And
sure
then there
Hifumi was alive
disappearance
then.
of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right
You saw the
then.
moment Hifumi died?
Even if she could
I don't
pull
think
that
so.
off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Pretty sure it's still Celeste.
Anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
Oh, right, yeah,
On the
that's
other
true.
hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
That is true. He did say his final words. But I still think it was Celeste. Pretty sure it was Celeste.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere. but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
He could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's bodies in that short amount of time? It would seem so. Hifumi was alive then!
Disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Kyoko?
How?
Yeah, no, that is... the whole conversation about Hifumi being overweight is actually a little bit hurtful. As someone that is also overweight, it's hurtful. And also the fact that they made his character one of the most unlikable characters in the whole series and being overweight, it just... It doesn't sit right with me, to be honest. So, you know, like... it just...
If the dead body were to move itself.
Ooh, this music! Yeah, Hifumi comes up as the most annoying character because, like, at the beginning you're like, okay, Hifumi and Toko being too annoying and whatever, and then Toko has this huge revelation of her being genocide Jill, and her character just becomes batshit insane, and, you know, people like batshit insane. Yeah, Sakura having a feminine voice instead of a monster girl would have been also nice. But like, I think the point of Hifumi actually bugs me more because I am also a nerd that is overweight. But I think it's also like that era when I'm gonna search something. Hopefully, nothing. Danganronpa video game series. No, not the animation. Danganronpa video game series. There we go. No, when did it come out? Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc 2010. So like back in 2010, like I am a pretty baby. So I was not born in 2010. No, that's a lie. I was an old teenager in 2010. I can completely understand where people are coming from with this. I'm still a pretty baby though. Look at me. I'm so pretty. I understand like the whole stigma, plus there were a whole lot of things about like nerds being gross. Like we still weren't in the oh nerds are cool situation that we are right now. Like oh anime is actually cool situation. So it's a little bit different, but I think that the portrayal that we so far have of Hifumi is a little gross, to say the least. I kinda... Firi was about to write. I'm a 2000s baby. I was only 10 years old in 2010. Because that means I'm 23 this year. Yeah, I was only 10 years old in 2010. Anyway. It feels like I understand 2010 culture. I lived through it, so I guess I get where they're coming from, but it's still too much. It's not appreciated, is what I'm saying. As someone that feels slightly identified is not appreciated. I don't like it. Big X with my hands. Big X. Anyway, let's keep going. girl. He wasn't dead. He was very much alive.
No, not another ghost.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality
Yes.
he was still alive.
Byakuya, you are starting to warm up to me. I don't like you still, but... No, I still don't like you. He's an asshole, yeah. He's still not in that I love to hate you category like Genocide Jill. But he's getting closer to that. I just, every time I see him, I just want to punch his face though. Well, you see, with Seto Kaiba, if Seto Kaiba were in real life, were a real person, I would slap him and then make out with him because I love to hate him. He's an idiot. I love him. But Byakuya, no? No? No. No, not no. Like, the worst part is that he's sort of my type. Like, if I were in high school, he'll kinda be my type. Glasses, very smart, with the long, like, blondish hair. Like, yeah, my type. But no. Mm-mm. Hey guys, what if one day we do a ranking of anime guys, and then another day we do a ranking of anime girls? You just give me a lot of names and we rank them. I would prepare for it, so we couldn't, you know, like, we wouldn't have to add all of them in the stream. I'm thinking about that. I think that's a good idea. But I have never had the urge to kiss Seto Kaiba. Okay, but are you bisexual or gay? Because hear me out. As a very pansexual person, I have the urge to kiss a lot of people. Like, kissing? So here's... maybe this might be TMI, but I don't care. So here's the thing with me. Kissing for me is not really sexual. It's fun. It's complicated, but it's not really sexual for me. So, like, making out with people is fun. So, like, you know, like, ever since I was, like, 14, 15, when I started making out with people, oh my god, can you imagine that, me making out with people? I thought of it as fun, but not, like, horny. My brain is a very complicated mess. So, like, I still never kissed anyone. Well, come over and I'll give you a big kiss. I don't think that's TMI. Okay. So like when I say that, oh, I see someone and I really want to make out with them, I'm just like, yeah, you look like you're fun to make out with. But my brain ends like there. Maybe I'm a little innocent in that sense. Because I know that for a lot of other people, making out is kind of sexual. It's like, you know, bodies getting close to each other and like sharing saliva and whatever gross things you want to say. But for me, it's just fun. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird. My brain is so weird in this sense that I can understand how I am the weird one. And like when it comes to characters and everything, I'm like, yeah, I can make out with you, but it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have sex with you, because like that's not where my brain goes. Except with a couple characters. I'm gonna name 2 characters, 2 anime characters that make me feel that way. And you guys cannot judge me harshly. You can judge me, but not harshly. Kyoya from Oran High School Host Club had a huge thing for him. I think it was the glasses and how tall he was and how, yeah. I think, yeah, I have a thing for him. And the other, which I'm very sad because even if he was a real life person, he already has his perfect one. Toya Kinomoto. Toya Kinomoto, I think, shaped me in how I like my men. I think that's what it is. Which is why I tell everyone that they should watch Cardcaptor Sakura. Not only because of Toya, but like in general, like Cardcaptor Sakura shaped me so much that I am who I am right now because of Clamp. So, but no judgy, no judgy. You can laugh at me. I'm laughing at me right now, but no judgy. Okay, let's drink some water and continue with the trial, even though the music is great.
He was alive?
Yes, he was! I can prove it.
Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office. He simply walked out on his own.
Two tall guys. I could never imagine that. He says with sarcasm. What do you mean by that? Are you saying that? Are you saying that I have a type in tall guys? At the beginning of the pandemic, when I read the Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, I was like, oh yeah, that's why I like him. That's why I like him. The first couple of times that a Toya appeared, I was like, yep. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Anyway, we need to get back in trial. More water.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
But did we check his pulse?
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
Yeah.
That it isn't possible.
Nope, it is. The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Broken wristwatch. Oh, can we not load another one?
Saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
What, no? Oh, or do I not? Oh, I have no hearts.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really submitting?
Hate this.
Someone else's.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead,
And that is why the announcement.
Oh my god, okay, it's in the fourth one. Well, fourth from the end.
That when we first there's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body.
Discovered Hifumi's dead body had been found.
What? It's... I don't have any hearts anymore. I failed. Oh my god. Oh. Yes, I want to give it a try. This is getting too complicated.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Dead body had been
Really
found.
so
Yeah,
sure
okay.
about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Wait, no?
Shoot!
Ah!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
There's a chance you...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why
There we
the
go. Okay.
announcement was made.
There we go. We can do it.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, now that we have that.
are you saying that when
When we first found Hif, there's a chance he would...
No. It is Hifumi was dead,
And you know that
surely you heard the body discover
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No? What am I doing wrong?
are you
saying that when we first found... There's a chance
he was actually...
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
Let's try it again.
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was
Actually still alive.
Not that?
Shoot!
Wait, what?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, someone else's discovery. There we go.
Are you saying that when we first... There's a chance he...
No. If Hifumi was dead,
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along Hifumi's dead body had been found.
There we go. There we go. Oh my god, I hate this game.
The body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I
Yeah.
think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
Oh, Hiro.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the
Yeah.
announcement again.
I also caught that.
That's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
The second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was... Are you really sure about that? Now that you mention it, the second... Oh, are you serious? I mean, he did... He did come back to life, like quotation marks.
When we rediscovered the two bodies.
I got it! Somehow. After a certain amount of time, which may use... the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
It does.
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality,
Are you winning, son?
when
Yes.
the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
Yep.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Celeste, you're coming on to I didn't do it, so you did it. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to show it to everyone. Hifumi's glasses, yeah.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
No, I meant to do
there
that.
was no notable difference.
Wait, why?
Shoot!
Wait, why?
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Shoot!
I dyed it again. I dyed it again. I cannot get it.
I refuse to give up yet!
So I know I need to get the whole how it was positioned one.
Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in.
But when you compare his body before, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Then, was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then his body
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before, other than the change in how it was posed, there was no notable difference.
Then.
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous. Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw it was in.
But when you compare his body before, other than the change in how it was, there was no notable difference.
I swear that it is.
Well,
Maybe
here's one.
I didn't
First
click
time
the
we found
one.
him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time it was in.
But when you compare his body before, other than the change, there was no
notable difference.
Oh, I was just overthinking it, like usual.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi
Like
and the
usual, I
nurse's
was just
office and the
overthinking it.
repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And
You can never tell if you're overthinking it, because sometimes this game's... Yeah!
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right?
Which is why I think it's Celeste.
Whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are.
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Pyakuya, shut up.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Just open
Then there's
water.
no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yep.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Why is he
what
dead
was with all
now?
that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Sakura. Oh no. We're not bringing Sakura in this.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, After the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
Yep.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yep.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yep.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
There's always more.
Absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's
Yes.
lifeless body?
We do know the note.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Yes.
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his
Hey,
Sakura!
Forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found the hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Yep.
See, then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants!
I got it!
It could have only been Hifumi's pants!
The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is
The pants
Hifumi,
kill them. Yes,
right?
pants kill.
Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
This is seriously scary. Yeah. Yep, we cannot let her get to us. Dance time.
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah, it does.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Yep.
You've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Yes, I agree.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Her laugh is
Someone
great.
used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Yep.
There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
You did, girl.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa.
So far the whole Hifumi thing I got right. I still think it's Celeste, but let's see who the game tells us it is.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing.
No.
In fact, he's still alive.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Aw, poor girl.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Yeah.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
I have an answer for that.
would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
I have an answer for that.
put the hammer back where they found it.
Yeah, I have an answer for that.
But
I'm so happy I have an answer for
seriously
this.
risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking
Yeah,
around
Kian,
inside
don't
your
do it. Hiro is precious.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
He didn't.
Personally, I haven't a clue.
Oh, you
So
do
which
know,
hammer
girl.
was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
They still used the hammer, yes.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi? The whole picture surrounding the case won't be clear until we figure that out. I know what it is! Oh, I hate this. I know what it is! Spotless hammer, yeah!
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
No.
Well, whatever it was,
You know what it
we
was.
have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Oh, that's not it? Okay.
What was used? Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer plot. Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
That's not it either?
What was used? Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer plot. Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
This? There we go.
No, that's wrong.
There we go. I just got too ahead of myself or something.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was.
I love that I
completely
put-
different.
I put the
Seriously? A different
my
weapon?
Tumblr and sometimes my
Specifically, the
my
hammer from the
my
repository.
avatar kind of freaks
Killer
out.
could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Murder.
If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with.
Mm-hmm.
The one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with
Just because it's you, Celeste, you're trying
the
to
way the
deceive us.
graduation rule works. There is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Okay, let's take it calm, read everything, and then attack. I think that's the plan.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the... Assuming the rule...
Holds true.
it is simply impossible that two people
That's
work
not it.
together on this.
Okay. I could have
Based on the
sworn
rule,
that was
even
it.
if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
I think I know.
Rules that have been made, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two people.
That is.
But that only really in this case, however, there were two murders.
God damn it. I can do it.
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two.
That is how the rule was.
But that only really applies if there's one. In this case, however, there were two murders.
That's not it?
Based
Oh
on
my
the
god,
rules,
am I
even if
overthinking
more than
this?
one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true.
That is.
But that only really in this case, however, there were two murders.
Okay. Maybe this?
Based on the rules, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive, assuming the rule holds true.
It is simply impossible.
There we go. I knew it had to be with those two.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Yep.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Yes.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
Yes.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
Yep.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
No, it doesn't. The effort made to convince us the two murders were the same, that was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost natural how good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. The debate is still up till now, and the case has unfolded when you consider all that. There's only one person who seems fit. Select someone. Me!
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now. am
Yes. You probably also have a lot of that, which is why you wanted the money.
A joke? I wonder.
I? So what you are saying then is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Also, if you look at the previous
idea that I
interactions,
would
it
choose to
just
spend
matches.
Any amount of time interacting with him.
Yeah.
Go within 10 feet of that shit brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot. Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Yes, there is.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is Hifumi's? The screaming. The screaming. Well, it's true that both of them did a lot of screaming, but I don't think that's it. What? It's not the screaming! I guess the encountering suspicious individual. I mean, but the screaming also
It
works!
has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Wow. I fucking hate you.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
I don't appreciate you.
Everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Yeah.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Uh-huh. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yep.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In
Yeah?
fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Seems much more interesting. Yeah.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan.
Yep.
Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
Please let me
We
talk.
found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi, dot, would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Yep.
Tina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
Yeah.
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly in
Celeste, why did you do this?
Agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it.
I love her cute face of, I didn't do it.
Mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. They. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. Yep. We're all going to die here. Just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Yep.
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it
Oh,
means.
Hiro, you're such a precious
You
babe.
hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Byakuya said the Celeste comments doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? What is he alluding to?
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said, they must really enjoying the sight of us standing or they must be. We are going to die. And that is all.
And that's all it takes to what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, it's not those guys? Okay. I died again. I'm doing perfectly fine in this. Everyone, a round of applause for me. I'm doing amazing at this game. Everyone, I'm doing a 10 out of 10 at this game.
To give up yet.
All I said was... They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
With that in mind, what was... Oh my god, I cannot get it.
Said was, they must really be enjoying
The sight of us
standing around, frightened and confused.
Not that.
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
all I said was, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
just like those guys.
I keep thinking it backwards. That's what I'm doing.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
Yep.
There was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I
Put
was
my brain in
lying when I
reverse.
told you about
Whoop.
the suspicious
There we
person
go.
I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
I wonder.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Nope. Oh my god. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the other possibility is Hifumi's dragging the Hifumi and the suspect are dancing.
Shoot!
I had to. I know what it is. Hifumi dragging the suspect.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Yup.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
Yes.
If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Is it though?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Oh my god, Celeste. Celeste thinks she can prove the way that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Okay, let's see. Robot Justice Custom Yasuhiro's message, Robot Justice blueprints. Okay.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
Yeah, I think I know which one it is.
You dressed me up in that, then you just draped me. You tried to make me look
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person
Inside the suit.
was unconscious,
No.
there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the
I
fortune-telling idiot is
keep-
the culprit after all!
no way.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed.
Then you just draped me. You tried to make me look
like I said, as you can see in the picture, if the person in there's no way
They could stand up straight like that.
Oh, what? It's not that. I thought it would have been that.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out.
Hi, Frankie.
You tried to make me look
I've failed so many times.
if the person in there's no way
They could stand up straight.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
The blueprints would have said the same thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
It should have accepted both. You totally can bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Don't worry, even perfect's being
I'm
made.
not so sure that
We
was a
share one
mistake.
brain cell, I know!
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Yeah, that seems about right.
You want to cram me into your little guilty box? Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying? When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
His answer was quite
Said,
clear.
and
Was it not?
Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko.
Celeste is pretty
what do you mean
good.
by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Sorry, I should stop doing that, but it's hilarious.
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
I got That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Decent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Does it?
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Ding 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 ding. Poke your nose. Ding 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 ding.
To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit! Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
Yeah.
Do I? What?
Her avatar looks so good.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up. So then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Ton ton ton. Okay, so let's
Hifumi was trying to tell us
everything.
something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
It's upside
How
down.
long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
Oh no, I did the wrong thing.
there is! Moron!
Hifumi he wanted us to know the killer's last. If there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times?
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there
Oh,
is! Moron!
damn it. It didn't give me enough time to do that.
Hifumi he wanted us to know the killer's last name.
Yasu, if there's one person,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
how many times?
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
We do!
No, that's wrong.
We do! Show us your e-handbook. Come on over, show us your e-handbook.
The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Yeah.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
A healthy school life. Jesus Christ. Yep. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Of course you do.
Can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
But we still have the comic book
Even when I
section.
put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Hopefully I get this right. Because I'm getting a big fat F on this thing. Act 1. Wait, why is this here? Why is all of this here? What? I'm gonna put... No, I'm not gonna put that there. I'm gonna put this one there. The Yasuhiro one there. Yeah, because he was... in the camera here. Pocket watch here, yeah. This one goes here. And this one goes here. No, that one doesn't go there. It does it? No, I think it does. There's so many, I don't know. This is the rec room, so... Yeah, he goes with that. Just, Wait, no. No. This is this one. And this is this one. And this is this one. Yeah, I think I did it right. I think I did it right.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Oh my god, I need to stop. I need to get like a straw or something. That wasn't there? So if that is not there... Oh, the time. Right, yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the time.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room. last night.
I forgot that that was what the clock in the rec room looked like.
That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Yep.
They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Yep, that's what they did.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called
This game is unnecessarily complicated.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes.
So far, so good.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story.
I feel bad for Hifumi dying, but at the end of the day, he was murdered too. Yeah.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
for a moment, I thought I got it wrong. Jesus Christ.
While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator,
Magical girl transformation.
and turned the room into a crime scene, in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile,
I love Sakura over there.
found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape.
Good for Hifumi's plan that no one knows how to check it for a pulse.
We all rushed back to
The worst part is that they did with Junko. They checked for Junko's pulse.
Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act.
I guess check for the human should skip up pulse. Exactly.
All along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Aw, look at the flowers. Look at how pretty that is.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Okay, let's see if I can get this right.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no, Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Ah.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
I liked Celeste a little bit. Oh, it's a B! It's not a giant F! It's not a giant F, guys! It's a B! It's a B! Oh my god, that actually makes me super happy. I don't like giant Fs. Anyway. 81 medals? Heck yeah! Her freak out was one of... Oh no, yeah, her freak out is great. I love it. That was great. So, before I continue, Dobby, how were you feeling last stream when I said it was Celeste? How did you feel last stream when I actually called that it was Celeste? Oh my god. I feel so dumb though. I can't believe I actually called it since the beginning. Oh my god. Hamburger. You were so close to guessing the entire plot. Yeah, I was so close. I was like, Hiro has to be involved in this somehow, and then I found the dolly, and I was like, this doesn't sound possible. I am really enjoying the game. I just don't like the trial part of it, like the mini game in the trials, I guess, the quote-unquote mini games. Because I'm not very good at those things. They frustrate me and make me cry, and I don't want to cry. Anyway, let's continue. You figured out almost everything and then said, maybe I'm overthinking it. Yep.
No, I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
The problem with this type of games, and if I ever play an Ace Attorney game, and you've seen it in the 999 games, I always am like, oh, maybe it's this, you know, maybe it's this, and no, I'm overthinking it, and then it's real. like I can't, like, I love that, but also, like, I love the little bit of, like, could it possibly be that I am overthinking this? And I'm like, yeah, it's usually I'm overthinking, like, this game, you know, no. And then, bam! Same as my brother, he guessed a major twist in VR3 in like the last hour, and I had to pretend he was like crazy. Oh no! That sounds horrible. The blackened this time, the true killer who divide. Actually, can we see the Can we not see the previous conversation? No. Okay. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Lunenburg, or more precisely, Taeko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
Well, I lost. Well, that sucks. Guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond my calculation.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan? But how did you get him to agree? Can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then, did you use, you know? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mention it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean? Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you guys talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt, we're in the middle of a very important conversation. Snap! I'm totally out of the loop. As usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one who stole that.
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it.
what? Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. Oh, but we're at the end! We're really at the end. We're literally about to finish the stream, too. But if you do have to go to sleep, good night. Thank you for stopping by today. I'll bug you throughout the whole weekend. It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found another use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
Ugh, so it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You're correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night, unannounced, and then... It's hard for me to even say. Oh, Celeste, I don't like you anymore. That pisses me off. The fact that you use that pisses me off.
what?
I'm not happy about that. And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice. Yeah, how anyone would believe that Ultimate Moral Compass would do that. Even fused with Mundo, too.
Damnation!
That is a crime. I mean, I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but...
Say what?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you will be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape, you don't mean. Taka is going to try to kill you.
indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself. That
is unforgivable!
That bastard!
Completely unforgivable!
Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with this barbaric act? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
Actually...
Then, would you like to join with me? It so happens I have come up with a plan. I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. Yeah, you disgust me quite a bit.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
Indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide a face and a general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. Oh my god. I mean, she's... Yeah, but... Girl. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry. But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain that part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him that he'd been very seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that. Well, of course, it wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi could have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It seems so very straightforward, stereotypical. Oh, I fucking hate you, Byakuya. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course! There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well...
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
No, you sound like Byakuya!
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we're nothing alike.
Why?
Then, What made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. What was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. Oh my god, girl. A castle? And gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers / bodyguards, of course. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need vampire night much. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life, there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There's
but
nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end. So why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel nothing.
do you
Nothing?
understand?
Nothing? Tra-la-la. That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled. I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can't even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I do not fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled, and then, when she did it, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she couldn't fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Kills! Chills! Kills!
You all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The blackened disturb the peace and must pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Ooh. While this is happening, this horrifying thing is happening, can we come up with a raid message? This is a fun one. The burning of the Versailles Witch. Oh no. She lied to me. They lied to me. They. Because it can be used as a singular thing, too. So they lied to me. Monokuma, what the fuck? No, yeah, this is fun. And she kind of deserves it. She really deserves it. But, you know, it's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her. But I can also deny that at one point I considered her a friend, too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of the regret from the outside world, and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young! You need to place more value on your lives!
What are you gonna do?
Jeez. And here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you let me out!
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh. How exciting.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time to I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what was that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss that what's right beneath your nose, then we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Oh, this is taking longer. I thought this is taking longer. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey.
I'm going to go alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please, let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Byakuya.
Well
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together. Oh, Hina blushing. No, Hina. Hina, my sweet. Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Way to call people out. Not me, precisely. No, not at all. Not me. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. I've never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a while longer. Now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me. I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kinda blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided that I had to confirm what she had told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when I did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. In the storage closet there, way in the back. She said it was a way back in the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Oh my god, we're playing more games! Oh my god! Way in the back. Just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. So could it really be hidden here? Said it was at the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand at the back of the storage closet. Oh yeah, look, it looks like it's... Yeah, and suddenly, as if I were being yanked. Gashunk! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. I'd fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was a revolving door, and I had made my way back to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom, and there's a storage closet, and way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Oh my god, I need to know. I need to know. I need to continue this. There's a bunch of files of what looks like volumes after volumes of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy student registry? This is the only one thing that's not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. What's this? You must not leave? That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said I can't leave, but you must not leave? What's this? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It feels like déjà vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? What am I supposed to know? A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Dang it, I hate when luchadors attack me. I hate it when luchador Pikachu or Pikachu Libre attacks me. That's what it is. Pikachu Libre attacks me. Oh, apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. That dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room, get some rest. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound is coming from the gym? As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Byaku. Ah! Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. no one side is not human, that's for sure. Regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
Sakura, we like you.
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Interesting.
Okay,
See, this is what you would have missed if you went to sleep.
but you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be? The mastermind spy is... Chapter 3. A Next Generation Legend, Stand Tall, Galactic Hero. The end. So we have... people we have left. Sakura, Hina, Kyoko, Toko. Sakura, Hina, Kyoko, Toko, as from the girls. And then Hiro, Byakuya, and Makoto. Shit, we're down to 7. Three's a crowd, it says the achievement, so I guess that's it. And we are ending the stream here. You know, that was 100% unexpected. I was gonna say that we used the one that Odo said earlier. They lied to me, but too much. Leon killed Sayaka? Yeah. Too many. No more. Too many, no more. No. Too many. There we go. 3 exclamation marks and everything. We're going too many. Let's go ahead and see who we can raid. Who is live right now? Oh, it would be fun to raid him. Yeah, we're gonna raid the usual suspect, you know. We're gonna raid the Joker. Remember, people, please do not spoil anything about the game so far, and please also do not ask for spoilers, because like we want to go in, unless like you've already seen the game, whatever. But I want to go in as blind as I can so that it all surprises me so far, like it has so far. If people do spoil this game, I think I might actually just stop playing visual novels, because that would be disappointing, which means we won't get the conclusion to the 999 trilogy. And we won't get Ace Attorney. Anyway, thank you so very much for stopping by today. Thank you. And I'll see you on Monday for more Pokemon Day, in which we finish the Pokédex. It might be a short stream because I don't want to start the next Pokemon game that we're going to play. But aren't you guys excited? I am. Bye, everyone. Bye. 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 Bye.